Hi guys, how are you? Let's talk about it. I want to talk about it right after we remember that we are highly protected around these parts. No weapon formed against us shall prosper. And I wish for them exactly what is meant for them. Nothing less, nothing more. Now let's talk about it. We have this first. Peppermint today at the moment. You keep hearing her say INFJ. You have no idea what that is. You hear her say MBTI, Myers Briggs. You have no idea what that is. Let me help. Let me help. A lot of you have heard of Carl Jung. If you haven't, I highly encourage you go listen to some of his work. Make sure it's his work. Of course, a lot of it's being remade these days, but he put out a book in 1921 that Myers-Briggs, a couple females, then created the Myers-Briggs personality tests based on Jung's 8 personalities that he was working with. In the 50s, 60s? Yeah, 50s, 60s, if I'm remembering correctly. Now, what's ironic and why this seems to be coming back around these days, this is not the first time that I have encountered or taken the Myers-Briggs personality tests. The first time I took it was many, many years ago. And the reality is, I'm even pretty sure we were still on dial-up internet. I am almost positive I am sitting at my desk in front of my dial-up computer in my trailer when I took and looked into the Myers-Briggs personality tests the first time. That was 30 years ago, 40 years ago. So it's new to me, but it is not new to me. The depth is what is new to me. Understanding the depth, being able to have that access to get to further understand. The way that this came about is I allow my phone to feed me messages. I don't necessarily advise that for everyone. They can fall into the wrong. But for me, my phone and I know that we have been paying attention to messages coming through for a really, really long time. Long, even before most people were even considering algorithms and how they react to us. I was already clocking things that others were not. With that said, all of a sudden, these videos with titles, the INFJ was coming up in my suggested YouTubes. And even doing what I do, I ignored it for a minute. 3:33 on the clock. I I did. There was something there that I knew. Hang on. And my brain was asking me, like, why are they feeding me this? Why is this being in connection with Heyoka, with Carl Jung? What's going on here? Yeah, I opened it back up. When I opened that video and realized what they were referring to, I, of course, immediately realized that I had already been here a really long time ago. And now here it is back full circle 2025, 2026 on YouTube. So I do what I do. If I have a question, I go find the answer, and I keep finding the answers to my questions till I find the seed. I need the seed. I need the seed. I see the pretty flower, and I follow the flower all the way down to its seed. And then I walk all the way back up to its flower. That's when I'm happy and satisfied with the information that's happening in here. That's why when I speak on things, I speak on them as if I know them because I have went to the deep depths to understand them. If I'm interested in it, I've went to the deep. So I went and retook the test. I was remembering the letters that were in play many years ago, and I knew, of course, I needed to retake it. So I retook the test. Lo and behold, INFJ it was. As these videos are telling me that it's the rarest personality type. Hang on just a sec, guys. Okay, sorry, guys. So I remembered when I had taken it 30 years ago, that there was a T in my letters. When it came up INFJ, and I dove into the details on the INFJ, the whole quiet part kept, I've never been quiet, really. If I am quiet, somebody should literally be worried. For one reason or another, if she's being quiet, if she's not acting like a Leo, somebody should be wondering why and understanding that something is off. But that's here nor there at this point. As the videos that I started to encounter, I started looking at the INTJ, the INFJ, and I was seeing very much so, and it was clicking that, okay, yes, this is what happened. Any of us that have really dove into the knowledge, into the study, into Carl Jung's work, into the 16 Myers-Briggs personality types, these are baselines. These are baselines. We have 16 personality types across the board, and then we have 12 zodiac energies of multiple inside our humans. So we have a baseline energy, and then we have the energy inside that energy. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. So you have a Leo inside an INFJ, INTJ, because her mind is just as potent and as strong as her internal emotion, as her intuition. Diving further, because we can do that now in today's world with the World Wide Web not on dial-up connection. Diving in further, did other things start coming up into my view, like the Sigma. I am hands down a Sigma INFJ with the warrior gene. This is without question. This is not a maybe, can I, is that, does it? No. To the letter, I am a Sigma INFJ with the warrior gene. And that means a lot. That means a lot to the people who don't know. That sounds like I am ridiculously insane, crazy, out of my mind, think I'm better than everybody, think I know it all. The list goes on and on. The reality is, I know myself in depth, to the depth, to the depth, to the depth. These inquiries confirm for me who I am. They don't tell me who I am. It's confirmation to the my life experience, my 47 years, 9:15 on the clock, ADAD experience. I don't speak with ill intent ever. People can take it that way often. I understand that. I've lived my life. I've watched you. And I've tried to help you understand. Without prevail in a lot of cases. But the reality is, Myers-Briggs personality tests are extremely informative into your baseline personality type. The best therapy ever. Why? Because Carl Jung is a psychologist, psychoanalyst with experience. With experience. Hang on just a second again. Okay, so with that said, if you are somebody who has always had your person questioned, if you are somebody who always feels as though you are having to, quote unquote, defend or stick up for your person, if you feel like you constantly have people telling you who you are instead of asking you who you are, pretty please go take one of the free Myers-Briggs personality tests. The INFJs, the INTJs, we're literally looking for you. We want all of you. We love all of you. But when we're looking at the INFJ, we are looking at 1 to 3% of the population only. That means women are about 1.5 to 2%. 1%. My bad. No, men are 2%, women are 1%. INFJ. When we start adding in these other extreme details that mean important personality traits and even scientifically true, that percentage drops. So as a Sigma INFJ, I make up less than 1% of the population. As a woman, Sigma INFJ, there is less than 1% of the population that can relate with me without trying to, without wanting to, without being curious of what happens in here and in here, because it's not the same as y'all. I grew up having no idea that your mind didn't operate the way mine did. And it created a tremendous amount of frustration for me because it made no sense to this little bitty girl. Why none of it made sense to all the big kids, the adults. And then the amount of intuition that gets intertwined in that. We are vastly misunderstood. If you are not curious about who we are and how we operate, you will have a hard time with our energy in your presence. I'm sorry for that. I wish for you to learn from that. The ones that don't have to learn from that, come on over here. Let's talk about it. Let's broaden the knowledge. Let's help them understand that there are vast differences in personalities. We should be who we are, our individuated selves, just like Jung expresses. We are not extensions of somebody else like a narcissist personality does to us. They believe they are the only personality type on the planet, and everyone operates just like they do. They respond to everyone as if it's them doing it. Let's help them understand. I hope this helps us all in our futures to come.